Hey guys, I'm so excited. So yes, I changed my clothes. I'm like that grandma that and plus I'm 47, so it is what it is. But I changed my clothes, and y'all, I am just excited for you all to just be able to cook with me finally. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start. It is Sunday, June 28th, and it is 10:21 a.m. So I'm going to talk to y'all as I prepare this, okay? So I right here in a pot, this is the same pot I'm going to use. Y'all, you don't know how long I had this pot, and I love this pot. I got brand new pots, I got cast iron skillets, I got Dutch oven pots, but this is my favorite. I love this pot. Let me tell y'all a little bit about this pot. This pot was my very first pot when I moved in this house. I've been in this house now 11 years. This was my very first pot. I got this pot after me and my children were homeless. And so this pot was gifted to me from one of the teachers at my daughter's, when Kaylin was in middle school. And Kaylin's 24 now. So I had this a long time. So I already have my radish in here. They are dirty. So we are going to, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually wash them off. But then I'm also going to I'm going to cut off the ends on both sides, and I'm going to examine them. I don't peel them unless I have to. The reason why, because as I boil them, the hot water is going to do pretty much a lot of it for you anyway. So yeah, so I am going to get this done now. So I am going to do this. So we have the radish in here. They are so dirty. And so I do have something to scrub them with. I just bought it. And so now if I want, the only reason that I'm going to show you why I don't suggest you doing that though. I'm going to show you why in a second. I don't suggest you doing that because of this. So that's why I brush them off and I clean them off. And I take my time with them in water, but I don't scrub them. The reason why, because you're going to see that as I cook them, that's the color it's going to turn anyway. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse them off real quick. Let me show you. And get all that off. Get all of that goop and all that dirt off. And because they came from Walmart, we're going to clean them suckers good. I don't know what Walmart got going on lately with their food and stuff, but Walmart ought to be a dang shame of themselves. So we're gonna do our part, make sure we get them nice. So okay. So I'm gonna rinse this again. But I'm gonna rinse it again. Now I am I'm just rinsing again. I have a very bad, I empty them out so I can make sure there's no dirt or anything at the bottom of the pot. I have a very, very bad food phobia. I had the food phobia before I had the gluten allergy. I had the food phobia before then. I remember one time I was at my church, my old church, and they were serving some food, and I was so hungry because at that time I was pregnant with Maya, and I was so hungry that I didn't ask who prepared the food. And so you don't eat from everybody because people nasty, boo. People are nasty, boo. And so I didn't ask who prepared the food, right? Next thing I know, I'm sitting there just tearing it up. I'm just tearing it up. And then all of a sudden I said, who was this? And then I stopped. I said, who made this? The minute they said they didn't know, it was like my throat closed up. I couldn't eat for 3 days. And mind you, I'm pregnant. So if you see here, I'm cutting both ends off. So and once they told me they didn't know who cooked that food, that was a wrap for me, honey. I was like, no, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. So, but to God be the glory. So I want to tell y'all. So today, I woke up this morning. Yes, let me tell you about yesterday first. Yesterday was an amazing day. Yesterday, I just did a lot of stuff around the house. I gotta prepare my mind to get ready to cut the grass in a little bit. Y'all, if you see me scoop right there, because I don't know why, I got the bowl, my trash right there too. So you see me just slide over, the trash is right there. So oh, that's why I was like, I don't know why I gotta. That was the whole purpose of me coming over here, is because the trash is right there. So I'm like, okay, I don't even know why I even got that bowl, because my trash can is right there. So you can hear the bag when it falls in it. See? Smart, ain't it? So, yesterday morning I woke up and I just had a most amazing conversation with God, and I just cried. And God was just bringing so many things to my attention about me. The one thing I always tell people is God will always show you you before he shows you anybody else. Why are you saying God showed me this and God showed me that? What did God show you about you? So God revealed to me, and y'all know I'm always telling y'all the truth. But here with Snooty and family, we gonna have some real conversations. God revealed to me that I was self-righteous. God, and as y'all know, I'm gonna tell you the truth. God revealed to me that I was self-righteous. Honey, when I tell you, God was letting me know, God said you judge people for the very things you yourself do. And the Bible tells us that too. But God told me, God said, and I had to repent because there's some things I said about people and I was wrong. Even if I felt like, and even if I felt justified, it don't mean that it was justified in the eyesight of God. And I'm mad at people because of this and that, and I'm mad at this person. No, I had to repent. God, forgive me for what I said about her. Forgive me for what I said about him. Forgive me. Sometimes you just gotta, I'm gonna tell you something, and it's gonna be the hardest reality that we gotta face. Ain't nobody stopping your blessing, you are. Ain't nobody preventing God from blessing you, you are. You are. You the one hindering that. You want to know why things ain't working in your favor? Because of you. You know why your career ain't taking off? Because you won't finish doing what you're supposed to do, Keishonda. So, God, yesterday morning all I could do is sit and cry and repent and ask God to forgive me and change my heart. So I noticed that since yesterday when I'm talking, I'm watching what I'm saying. I'm making sure that whatever I'm saying is not judgmental. We mistake righteous judging with being judgmental. It's a difference. And sometimes when God gives us a little leeway, we're like, I'm going to use you here and I'm going to use you there. We can sometimes abuse it. You know how you say abuse of power on your job? Talk about government abuse of power. We abuse our power in the church. God been dealing with me. Keishonda, you still got sexual desires, but you don't want me to. You stop asking me for a husband. But eventually, Keishonda, them sexual desires gonna make you wanna, indulge in them. I stopped asking God for a husband. I'm not asking God for a husband no more. I'm not asking God for a husband no more. Not because I think I'm too good, but I'm not asking God for a husband no more because in my mind, if God wanted me to have one, he would have sent one already. I stopped asking for one because I've been disappointed too many times believing for something like that. So I stopped asking God for it. And yes, there's guys that want to talk to me. There's guys that want to date me. There's guys that want to pursue me, black, white. I don't discriminate a man because you ask me, a man is a man. You could date a black man that ain't right. You could date a white man that ain't right. A man is a man no matter how you skin that man. A man is still a man. So God had to, God been dealing with me. You still got sexual desires, but you stop asking me for a husband. No, I still got them. I'm just asking you, God, to help me with them. And to be honest, my prayer unto God was, not send me a husband, but my prayer to God was take my sexual desires away from me. Just take them away. So, yeah, instead of me saying, God, send me a husband, I don't want a relationship. I don't want to get married and be with somebody just because I can't control my hormones. No. If I'm going to marry somebody and I'm going to be with somebody, let me tell you what I'm doing. So, now I'm about to cut the radish into bite-sized pieces. So, because I still want them to have I want them to still have the texture of the potato. So see. So I still want them to have the texture of a potato. So I'm just cutting them in half. I'm cutting them in half first, and then I'm going to turn it on the side, and I'm going to cut it twice. I'm making them bite size. So I don't want to get married just for sex. I don't want to get married to somebody just because I can't control my hormones. The Bible says it's better to marry than to burn, but I don't want to get married to somebody only because I'm ready to rock the boat, and I ain't got no time for that. I ain't got time for that. I'll stay single first. Now, have I completely, just shut down from dating? No. I'm just not in a rush. Am I allowing people to get to know me? Yeah. Yeah. Take your time letting people get to know you, because it weeds out the bad ones too. If you force people to take their time to get to know you, it weeds out the bad apples. Speaking of apple, now when I make potato salad, sometimes depending on what else I'm cooking with it, I would actually take a green apple, which I bought today. I would take a green apple and I will peel it, and I will cut it in the size of the potatoes, in this case the radish, and I will peel it and cut it in the same exact size, so when you're eating it, you don't know if it's an apple or the radish, and when you eat it, you get the sweet, the savory, and the tanginess of the green apple. So yes, and that was something I came up with years ago, and it's something that every time I make potato salad, my youngest daughter, she'll say, "Mom, are you going to put an apple in it?" So today, when I was getting all the ingredients to make this potato salad, when I was getting everything together to make this potato salad, I was like, you know what? I got to get some apples. And so I just bought one apple was $1.98 a pound, and they were some big apples. And so I was like, you know what? Right next to it was a bag of green apples for $4. I said, for $4 and 98 cents or something. I said, let me just get a bag of apple. And that's what I did. I got the decorations on my dining room table are like a Granny Smith apple green and yellow with a hint of blue. And so I got a crystal bowl on the table. So I just put the Granny Smith apples in there. I examined the apples before I bought them, and they are beautiful. They are beautiful, beautiful. It's funny because I don't like Granny Smith apples, but the only time I would eat a Granny Smith apple is when I make potato salad. That's it. That is it, because they have the sourness on them. So, but that's literally the only freaking time that if you got a small radish like I just had, you don't even have to cut it. Just cut it in half. I mean, you don't have to cut it twice. Just cut it in half and just put it in there. So like this one, this is a small one. So I just cut this one once. I cut it down the middle and then across it. So, but like this one, this is not that big. So guess what? I cut it down the middle and then cut it across. So, but what I'm telling you is, God has been just dealing with me about me, and God had to tell me that what other people are doing is none of my business. So in other words, God said, mind your business, Keshonda. Like this. This is a tiny, tiny one. So we just gonna put that in there. God was like, mind your business. And I realized I'm gonna tell you this. You set the atmosphere of how people treat you, whether you believe it or not. You actually set the atmosphere for it. You really do. You set the atmosphere for it. And the one thing that like I said, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to protect my peace. Whatever I have to do to protect my peace. I'm no longer protecting other people's peace while I lose mine. I never. Now, depending on how many people you're making this for, I'm making this for 3 people. Me and my youngest, my oldest, she's gonna eat it, but me and my youngest will eat off of it more than she will. So 2 bags are good enough. Now, normally, when I made this for Thanksgiving last year, I made 3 bags of radish, because when you cook Thanksgiving dinner, you want to actually cook enough for a few days. So yeah. So I am at this time cutting these up and just having a conversation with you. So after I finish cutting these up, I'm going to rinse them again. I'm going to rinse them again, and then I'm going to, after I'm going to actually rinse these, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut up my celery. I'm going to cut up my jalapeno, and I'm going to actually seed it. And I'm going to get my onions cut up and get everything cut up. And then what I'm going to do is when I get ready to boil this, I'm going to I want enough water to cover them up, and I'm going to cook them until they are my desired texture. Now, I've seen some people cook potatoes to where some people like their potatoes like mashed potatoes. That's not my preference. Some people like their potatoes like a little al dente. That's not my preference. I like my potatoes to where if I take and stick a toothpick through it, it goes straight through it. No, I don't want the toothpick to procrastinate. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to boil these, and when after I boil them, now every once in a while you would get a bad radish, or you get a bad potato, and so this whole radish is going to go in the trash. The whole radish is going to go in the trash. So I'm going to cut another one. Even though there was nothing in it anymore, you could tell that it once upon a time was something in it. And y'all hear a bell, or y'all see, y'all happen to see my daughter cat, a fly flew in the house from when Maya was taking Sophie outside. And so her cat has been trying to correct what his mama did. So he's trying to catch the fly. He's trying to catch the fly that his mama done brought in here. I planted some, he's trying to be gentle around my jalapeno plant. I planted some jalapenos like the day before yesterday. No, like 4 days ago. I planted some jalapenos, and so I'm starting them out in the house. In the backyard, I have celery. I have habanero peppers. Everything looks so beautiful right now. Yeah, and I have potatoes. I have fingerling potatoes that I'm growing out there. And I have this right here, which is a sweet potato, and I have got my roots prepared on it. So I'm going to eventually put that in some soil, most likely today. So this is what, now if in fact you want, so these are the size of my radish. I like mine bite size. Like I want to know what I'm eating. And so this is what it looks like. So I want mine bite size. I want to know what in the freak I'm eating. I want to know what I'm eating. So yeah, I want to know what I'm eating. So. Have y'all ever noticed that radishes have a funny smell to them? But they're so good. So now we got a good bit of water in here. Now, I will tell you this. Until you're ready to cook the radish, you're going to have to treat the radish like you do potatoes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put the radish in the water that I am going to use to boil them in. And I'm just going to set it on the stove. And this is the rice I'm cooking. I'm cooking brown dirty. I'm making a dirty rice. So here is what this looks like. So we have that right there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and season my water. So I'm going to go ahead and season my water. So yeah, and I'm going to clean and do everything else, but I'm going to season my water. So here is my salt. I want to tell you that radish is like pasta and potatoes. You're gonna get you're gonna get some of the best results. You're gonna get some of your best results then you're gonna get some of your best results if you if you season your water ahead of time. So as it's boiling and as it's doing what it needs to do, it's going ahead and absorbing through. It's going to absorb already through your food. So the next thing I'm going to do. Now, I'm gonna use that bowl for the potato salad, because my other favorite, I got multiple bowls, but my other favorite, red is my favorite color, y'all. So my other favorite bowl, I put my homemade barbecue sauce in. Now, my favorite. Now if I want, I could use this bowl, and I think I might end up just using this bowl instead. So let me wash this side. So red is my favorite color for a lot of you who don't know. And right by my sink, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all what I do. I have a little thing. Hold up, I change the water every day. But what I do is right by my sink, I have this, and I need to fill this up. So I don't know if y'all got these Dawn things right here, but let me tell y'all what I do with it. I'm a recycle girl. I'm one of those girls. So here's the one that got the dish detergent in it. That one I keep bleaching. So I got that from my Aunt Berta. I remember when I would go to her house, she always had a Dawn bottle with bleach in it. And so when they came out with these bottles, I'm going to fill this up in just a second. I'm going to show you guys I fill that up too. When they came out with those bottles, I thought that they were perfect to put bleach in. So right next to my sink, I keep a little container with water in it, and it's bleach water. And then we empty it out. And then we put fresh water in it every single day. And one of the big reasons that we do that, I cleaned this bowl out. One of the big reasons that we actually do that too is so we can always keep the kitchen disinfected and clean. So we always make sure we have some clean water, clean bleach water on hand. So here's my celery. Now, the reason I ain't gonna use it. I have two vegetable choppers, but I'm such an old school girl. Like, I'm so old school and manual. Like, I just invested in a chopper. I got that one, and then in my hall closet, I got nothing but gadgets, brand new stuff that I have never used, and things like that. So every time I buy stuff and it's on sale or whatever, I put it in that closet until, like, for instance, I had this air fryer right here for about 2 years before I used it, because I already had an air fryer that I was using. And so I have another air fryer over there. It's the glass one, the complete glass one that you can see through. We only use that one when we do like pizzas, like big pizzas and stuff like that. So yeah, I have a gadget, a little gadget. Now this knife is not going to be good to do this, to do what I need to do. So we are going to be careful. So, but I have a little, I'm one of those people, I ain't gonna tell no lie. Like, for instance, I don't care, I will wear like my gym sneakers and stuff. Like, even though I got tons of sneakers and stuff, I still will put on those gym sneakers just to go to the gym. Like, oh my goodness, I hate it that I cut the grass in them, so they got grass on them. So I'm like, I gotta throw those in the wash machine. Those are my favorite gym shoes. So I'm like, So yeah, but one thing, I'm old school, so I try to do as much as I can by hand, because I never want to, I don't mean no harm, but everything tastes better by hand. Like, everybody want to cut corners and everybody want to, no, everything I'm doing what I was taught. I'm doing what I was taught, what made me the woman that I am. Like, and it's the same way that I've taught my kids. Nowadays, everybody, we got what they call them, snowflakes. Everybody want to do it. I want, everybody in a rush. Everybody want, no, it tastes better when you do everything by hand. It tastes better. I promise you, it tastes so much better. So I'm going to get the smallest jalapeno in here. Now, this will work perfect for my jalapeno though. So, my jalapeno. So I'm actually going to cut the jalapeno down the middle. Okay. Now, I am a gardener. I plant. And because of that, I got jalapenos over there that I'm growing. And guess what? I'm going to take these seeds that I'm taking out of this jalapeno. And I am going to, guess what I'm going to do with those? I'm going to end up planting those. So, yep, I'm going to end up planting those. Now, I want the jalapenos, I want the freshness of the jalapeno, but I don't want the jalapeno to be overbearing. Like, I don't. And you know what's funny? I should have been doing these cooking videos like I've been promised to do, but I didn't know how to do. I didn't know how to really start it and do it. But when I started Love Stories by Snoonie, I was like, hey, you know what? Hey, I could do it like this and do it like that. So, Love Stories with Snoonie has helped me a whole lot. Like, it has really helped me. And it helped me to know that, it's really all about you. So look at this. This is half of a jalapeno. And look at this. Do you see that? That is a pretty good amount. And so we are going to put that in there with the celery. I'm going to put that in there with the celery. So we got that done. Now, so I'm done with the jalapenos. Now I'm gonna set this other half aside for a second. And so I'm gonna put this over there. And now the next thing is these green onions. Now I'm growing green onions too. I am growing green onions. I actually got the seeds from the green onion seeds from Walmart. And I am also growing green onions as well. So, but until they mature and until they are ready to harvest, I'm going to have to make do with this green onion. So I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about it. So yeah, I'm very excited about it. And you might be like, dang, she ripped half of it off. Well, I don't like the way half of it look. I eat with my eyes. I told you I have a very bad food phobia, so I eat with my eyes. I really eat. Oh, that smells so delicious. I really eat with my eyes. So I'm only going to use one of the green onions. Now, what I'm going to end up doing with all of those is I am a Ziploc girl. Like, oh my freaking goodness. Like, I'm a Ziploc girl. I'm a Ziploc girl. So, with me, I ain't packing my refrigerator with a bunch of bowls and pots and stuff like that. When I was growing up, you better not put no dang pot in no darn refrigerator. I don't put a pot in that refrigerator. Oh, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's what bowls are for. When we was growing up, it's a lot of stuff that the kids get away with today. And I ain't gonna tell no lie. I think when it came to my kids, I was a lot. When it came to certain things, I was a lot harder on Kaylin. And I think the reason I was a lot more harder on Kaylin is because Kaylin was the firstborn. Now, whoever said that the middle child and the baby get away with a lot more, they do. Because there's times Kaylin said, Mama, if that was me, you would have beat me. She's right. She was absolutely correct. So Yeah, yeah, a lot of stuff that Kaylin couldn't get away with, Maya got away with. And there's stuff that Kaylin have gotten away with that Maya couldn't get away with. So I think it ended up being a balance at the end, because it was like, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. But one thing I tell everybody, my greatest accomplishment in my life was of becoming a mother. I'll tell anybody that is, oh my goodness. I told my daughter, I said, if I would have been married, happily married, I said, I could tell you now, me and my husband would have had at least 5 or 6 kids. There's this couple on here. I don't remember their name, but every time I come across their channel, that woman pregnant. and what makes it so funny is that her husband, even in the video when they was announcing their 10th pregnancy, he couldn't keep his hands off her. I said, see, that's why you in that situation right now, ma'am. So I think it's kind of cool, though. I was like, oh my goodness. I said, even now he can't keep his hands on her. I love it, though. I love it. I've always been a family person, like always. I've always, I saw myself having not 5 kids at first. I really saw myself having around, I'm going to say around 3 kids. Now, let's talk about the cilantro. Let's talk about that real quick. Cilantro is a very, because now all these, I'm sending everything over here because I'm going to end up cleaning everything, and I'm going to actually end up putting everything in some Ziploc bags with a little bit of paper towel. Y'all, I came across this today. Y'all, I'm always promoting somebody for free, right? Y'all, it's good. I ain't gonna lie. It's a postbiotic energy drink. 0 sugar, 100 grams of caffeine, 10 calories, and 2 carbs. So, let me tell y'all, even in that video, he couldn't keep his hands off her. So, I want to talk to you real quick about cilantro. Let me talk to you about cilantro real quick. It is, first of all, if you are someone that wants to detoxify your body, or say you got blood issues or anything like that, cilantro, what it really does is it regenerates cells in the body. So if you are somebody that's sick, fighting cancer or anything, get you some cilantro. I notice people don't do the celery challenge no more, the celery juice challenge and stuff no more. Right now, everybody doing the sardine challenge and stuff like that. All I'm gonna tell you, if you're doing the sardine challenge, that's definitely keto. But if you're doing the sardine challenge, women, make sure that you are drinking a lot of water, and make sure that you are not using perfumed body washes, because with the fish from the sardine fish, and what it can do is, long story short, you are what you eat. You get what I'm saying? You are what you eat. In other words, women, look how I chopped that up. That's the cilantro. You are what you eat. And what I mean by that, women, is this. You eating fish, be careful, because you end up smelling like fish. That's why people make comments and stuff about people who do the mukbangs and stuff like that. And they warn them like, hey, you gonna smell a little fish. So we got all of this done. Now, let me show you how before I do anything, let me wipe all of this down. I'm actually going to clean all of that. So let's wipe all of this down. This is my bleach rag. This is my bleach rag right here. This is one of the rags that I keep soaking. And I try to keep mostly white rags in the kitchen. I try to. And now what I do, like, I'm going to tell you this. This was my experience, and you ain't got to do what I do. But my experience has been... I don't like dish rags. Now, if somebody want to send me a dish rag that I can try, okay, fine. I don't like the dish rags that was designed for dishes, because I noticed that with some of them, as soon as you use bleach, they start to thin. I noticed that you can wash the dishes with it, and after, of course you don't keep a dish rag like those. I just changed those out yesterday morning. So yesterday morning, I put some new rags in there. That's why they still white like that too. So, but I try to soak them and stuff like that. You could get you don't have to do what I do again. I am a country girl. A lot of people say, how the freak are you from New York and you act that country? Well, don't forget, I was raised in South Carolina though. So I don't put my now, there's one thing you cannot forget. Now, I'm actually going to use my egg steamer, but I have 3 eggs in here. I got a brand new carton in there. I started eating a lot of eggs. Not only that, but Sophie, my puppy, Sophie is a pit mixed with a lab. And Sophie has the build of a pit, but she is half the size of Charlie, which is Charlie's 75 pounds. She's over 40 pounds, and she's only 6 months. She just turned 6 months like a week ago. But I feed her a different diet than what I feed him. I make sure she has high protein, and what I do is when I fix her food, I also put an egg in it. Sometimes I put it in a blender and I'll blend it up with the shell to make sure that it's real soft. And then sometimes, because she likes the yolk, sometimes I'll just, crumble it up in my hands and with the shell and everything. And so, but I feed her different. And so I definitely keep eggs in the house because of Sophie. Now, let me tell y'all something too. Make sure you clean as you go. Let me tell you, you ever go to somebody's house to eat and they're not cleaning as they go? Don't eat at their house. You ever go to somebody's house and they ain't cleaning as they go? Don't eat at their house, boo. Don't eat at their house. I'm gonna tell you that now. Don't eat at their house. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm giving you a PSA warning. You go to somebody's house and they do not, okay, clean as they go, don't eat at their house. Don't eat at their house. So here it is, y'all. So when I eat potato salad, I like to taste my potatoes, in this case my radish, more than the mayonnaise. So number one rule to cooking and eating, you can always add, but you can't subtract. So I'm going to put some now I want to help you know, the mayonnaise that I'm putting in here is going to outweigh the carbs of this salad. Okay? So I'm putting that out there. The mayo that I'm putting in here is going to outweigh. Because only 2 tablespoons of this, 1 tablespoon is 11 carbs. This is way more than 1 tablespoon. So that's why I'm so excited about this salad. And yes, this keeps me in ketosis. It keeps me in ketosis, okay? So, ooh, y'all hear that pop? Brand new. So, 1 tablespoon. This is a teaspoon, so 1, 2. 2 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. So that right there, that's 10 calories. No, 5 calories. That's 10 calories. And that is more than enough. That is more than enough. So I just did 2 tablespoons, but you saw me use a teaspoon. So I did 4 teaspoons, 10 carbs. So, bam, we got that out the way. So we're going to put a little mustard in here. We want the mustard in here because we want the mustard to balance everything out. So we roughly around 1 teaspoon of mustard. We don't need that much. So we have that. This. Ooh. Oh my, I love the smell of pimentos. Like, love, love, love. Now I am going to use this whole little jar. This is how many ounces? This is 4 ounces. So I'm going to use this whole jar. I'm using this whole jar. So that's why I put the spoon in here and then rinse it off because I'm about to use this whole jar. Now, what you can do, because I do it. Now, if I was going to actually use potatoes to make this, then I will have just poured everything in there. But I just want a little bit of the flavor because, y'all, pimento, y'all. This is what's going to give it that fresh taste. So that's what's going to get, let's just put it in there. That's going to give it its fresh taste. So we have everything in here. And now the only thing I got to do now is what I'm going to do is, because I'm only going to use 3 eggs. So now I'm going to put pepper in here. And when I when I'm finished with it, I'm going to, of course, we black people, even though regular paprika don't have a taste, we still put it on top for color. And a little bit of dry parsley just for color. So I done mix all of this up. I'm gonna mix this all up. It looks amazing already. So what I'm gonna do is when I boil my radish, I'm going to go ahead and put my eggs in it. I'm gonna clean my eggs off first. So let me make that very clear. Clean your eggs. You want to clean them off. You don't want to stick no darn dirty eggs in your now you got to clean them off. So you want to rinse them off gently. You ain't trying to crack them. So what I'm going to do, put that there. That darn cat, what is he down there doing? I'm going to put them in that bowl. I love the sprayer on there. So now this is clean as you go. And today's Sunday, so today is actually my day to wash dishes anyway. So it's actually my day to wash dishes here in the house. Clean as you go. And again, if they don't clean as they go, don't you eat at nobody's house. There you go. There you go. These dishes were washed earlier today. That's why they're still in the strainer. It was actually cleaned earlier. So we was taught when we was growing up not to put up dirty. If y'all look, I know y'all can see behind me. I got I had that white dish strainer in here. I'm putting this top on it for right now. I had my my white dish strainer in here. And I don't like it too much. I just use it when I just feel like it, but I don't like it too much. I'm making sure there's nothing else I have to cut. I recycle. I'm putting that out there right now. I recycle. I just recycle. Now I got my recycling bin, my recycling one right there, and this is the trash right here. But when I see cute little jars like this, I recycle them because you could use them for seasonings. Because I'm always experimenting with seasonings and stuff like that too. So I'm trying to think, is there something else I'm going to need this for before I put it up? I don't know. I'm just going to leave it here. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here just in case. And so what I'm getting ready to do now, I'm getting ready to put everything back up. I'm getting ready to put everything up. I'm getting ready to, now, I'm going to talk to you about how I grew my celery. So you can always, so you can know. So this is how you never run out of celery. See this right here at the bottom? We're gonna cut that. See this? You're gonna peel these little sides off. Anybody could do this. You just need a pot of soil. This is what I did to grow my celery. I got 6 of them. I got 6 stalks of them. And what I'm gonna eventually do, I'm gonna show you what they look like. So what I'm doing is trimming around here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because the roots are gonna come out from here. And so guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna set this in some water. And after about 3 to 4 days, you're gonna see roots. You're gonna see the roots. Let the roots, and guess what? You're gonna see roots here. And after about, like I said, after about 2 to 3 days, you're gonna see some roots down here, but you're also gonna start seeing the celery sprout up in the middle. I hope that helped you. And so, yeah. So what I'm doing with this now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those people too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm one of those people. I like the leaves that's on the celery as well. So, this. Guess what? Put that in here. And we're gonna get it. Sit there for a while. The green onion, the green onion, it ain't but so much I can do with the green onion except rinse it off. And so, yeah, but to God be the glory. So now we are just going to, we're going to wait a little bit. It is now 11 o'clock. And so in our waiting, we are going to, because I'm going to use this onion. I'm going to use this onion here for my dirty rice. So I'm going to set that to the side. See, I ended up still needing the cutting board. So I'm going to get, I am a Ziploc bag girl. Like, for real, for real. I'm a Ziploc bag girl. I don't believe that, one, I don't like my refrigerator that. So that's the first thing. I don't like my refrigerator cluttered. So it just looks weird. It's just weird. So it's just weird. I can hear my ribs. I can hear the ribs in the roaster. It smells so freaking delicious though. It smells like, it literally smells like like you're cooking outside. Like it smells so freaking amazing. So we're gonna let that kind of air out and like dry a little bit and let it do what it's gonna do. And so then I'll take this small bag with the tips of it. Now, I'm going to tell you something if you don't know it. The tips of the celery, like the green leafy part of the celery, it's perfect to put in a salad. And not only that, but with this one, I ain't doing it like that because I'm going to use this one up quicker. So we're going to put that right there. So we got that done. And I'm going to fill up that Dawn bottle. I'm going to fill it up with some bleach. I'm going to fill it up with some bleach. And it's so easy. What else? That water too hot. Got water splashing everywhere. It's so easy. Like, you will be amazed at how easy it is. Like, all you do is pick it up, squeeze it into the sink to wash dishes. I'm telling you, and it's like $3 and something for those at Walmart. I know they $5 and something at Food Line. But yeah, so this one was the strawberry smelling one. But no, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna fill this up with bleach. I'm gonna take it and fill it up with bleach. And so that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, but when once I boil the radish and the eggs together and do everything, I'm gonna come back and show y'all when I put everything together. So I'm gonna show you when I put everything together. So I'll be back. Okay, so let's do a little bit of math real quick. Okay, so yeah, I guess okay, so let's do a little bit of math real quick. Okay, so 16 ounces, which is 1 pound of radish, is 20 carbs. I use 2 bags, so that's 40 carbs. Now, this is for somebody that's going to eat the whole thing. Um, and for the whole potato salad, so we got 40 carbs. Not only that, we have 10 carbs of the relish. And then we're also going to count the onion, the green onion that we put in there. Even though you're not eating the whole thing, you're looking at roughly around 5 carbs. But you're not, this is for somebody that's going to eat the whole thing, okay? So far we're looking at 55 carbs for this entire potato salad. Keep in mind, all the mayo itself and the eggs that's in it is going to give you the fat needed to outweigh the carbs that you're going to eat. Okay. Now, if in fact you do want to enjoy the whole thing, hey, go ahead. I'm happy. Let me know if you want to try this recipe too. But the other thing I want to say is get you some MCT oil. This is for my keto girls, keto boys. Let me show you. So this is one of my favorite keto oils right here. My favorite one. I got this off Amazon. Now, the only time I actually take keto oil is when I want to enjoy something that may be more carbs than what I worked out that day, which is not often. That's probably like once a month or something like that. I haven't took my MCT oil in about a month now because I make sure that I eat within my allowed carbs. So, the other thing is, I don't think I have any. Nope. I buy keto ice cream as well. Keto ice cream gives you your sweet, and not only does it give you your sweet, but it also gives you your fat. So guess what? You can actually eat this food, do your even with my ribs. Now let's talk about my ribs, because even with my ribs, I did not trim a lot of the fat off of my ribs because I like the fat because it makes the ribs taste better anyway. I didn't trim a lot of fat off, but when it comes to my barbecue sauce, very simple barbecue sauce. Okay, so I done did a little cleaning. Okay, so I want to show you exactly what the radish look like. I'm gonna pick it up. The knife just slid right in it, like, see that? It fell on the floor. I ain't picking that up. But that's how tender that is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to pour my eggs and my radish. Oh, that smells so good. I'm going to pour them in here in a cylinder with some cold water because I want them to stop cooking now. I want them to stop cooking. I'm going to take my eggs out because I want my eggs to finish doing whatever it's doing so that it'd be easy to take it away from the shell. Okay. So. Shake all the water as much as you can get out of it out. So here's my stuff here's the jalapenos, the onion, the green onion, the pimento, the cilantro, and celery that I have already prepared with, and I put mayonnaise and a little mustard and some relish in it. So I'm gonna make sure I get as much water out as I can, because you don't want watery. You don't want it watery because you already got the mayo in there. And remember, I poured some pimento juice in there. So that's got here, Sophie. Sophie better be quiet. She has a bad attitude, y'all. When she does that, there's one reason she's doing, well, two reasons she do that. She has to go to the bathroom, or she's hungry. She ain't hungry. She already ate. So 9 out of 10 times, she has to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to let Maya do that. And so, but yeah, I'll be right back. I done already peeled my eggs. And so now I'm getting ready to cut them up for them to go inside of my potato salad. You cannot have potato salad without eggs. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody tell you. You cannot have potato salad without eggs. That is nasty. It don't taste homey. It tastes store-bought. So we don't want store-bought tasting. We don't want nothing tasting store-bought. Store-bought. So yeah. So this is. I done already put the radish in there, as you can see. It's a beautiful lavender color. It's a pretty lavender color, but it's really tender. And so we're going to go ahead and get these eggs as nice as we can. Again, I'm telling you, food tastes better when you literally do everything yourself. The reason, now let me tell y'all a secret. If you don't know, I don't have small kids no more. And so they have they growing up, want their own lives and stuff. Let me tell you, you want to make your job and everybody in your house job easier, you better get you some paper plates. When I prep food and when I got to do certain things, I was trying to be bougie for y'all today, but I'm telling y'all, I prep my food on paper plates. I do. And the reason why, because it's less time. Okay? It's less time. And, nobody want to, have to stand over there all day washing dishes. And nobody got time for all that foolishness. So, I'm going to be honest. It makes it a lot easier. Oh, this is perfect for me. Oh, I love it. See, I'm going to show you the consistency that it gave mine. So, when you do your mayo, do as much as you want or as much as less as you want. The only measurements that I gave you were the 2 bags, which are 40 carbs, and the relish, which was to equal out to 10 carbs, but pretty in a little, by 1 tablespoon of mustard, and the cilantro was something different that I wanted to add. Now, I'm about to, I'm gonna add the last special ingredient to it, and I'll be right back. Okay, here's the final ingredient. Here is my Granny Smith apple. Here's my Granny Smith apple. I'm taking a potato peeler to peel it. And I'll make sure you when you peel it, peel off any imperfections or anything that does not look right. I am peeling it over my trash can. So that's what I'm doing. So that's what I will tell you to do. And you're going to see exactly what I meant when I said I actually cut them the size of the potatoes. And you, guess what? If you are not trying to lose weight, but you're trying to gain weight, you can still use potatoes to do this recipe. You can still use potatoes. I remember I'm doing a relish because I wanted some potato salad, but I'm using a relish because I wanted to cut my calories. So I'm going to use the same knife that I just used for the eggs because it's all going in the same thing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start slicing the apple. Not thin, not too thin, but not too thick. And here's the core. That looks so perfect, didn't it? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice the potato. Let me see. I'm going to try to get it where you can see it. I emptied the dish strainer out too, so I'm going to cut the potato, and I'm going to cut it in similar length, similar size to the. And the good thing about this is because of the potato salad, and now what I will do also is sometimes to. I'll show you in a second. I'm gonna show you what I also do. So we're gonna cut this in some nice little sizes, and these we're gonna put in our potato salad because it's going to give us that sweet, it's going to give us that savory, it's going to give us pretty much everything that we're looking for in a potato salad. So I'm cutting this Granny Smith apple in similar sizes to the radish. And so radish. I keep getting tongue tied with both of them. So that's what I'm doing. So, and we're gonna cut this. And now, depending on how big of a salad you're doing, you can use more. You can actually use more than what I use to make this. So depending on what it is oh, look at that. So I got everything in here that I wanted, with the exception of black pepper. We're doing some black pepper right now. Awesome. Now, the good thing about using the Granny Smith apples as well, because the Granny Smith apple already has acidity in it, I have already cut a line. I cut a lemon already. Here it is. And I'm going to just squeeze a little bit, not a lot. And the reason I'm putting that lemon in it, even though we got the pimentos and everything, we want to keep the Granny Smith apples as fresh looking as possible, because once oxygen hits an apple, it turns brown, and we don't want none of that. So we have that. And so, oh my goodness, this looks so freaking delicious, y'all. I have no idea. So we are going to now, we got all of this done. You're going to see exactly how much of, I eat food based upon my eyes, like for real. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the paper plate here that I got the onions on, and I'm going to thinly, let's see which direction. I want to do them like this today. So we're going to cut them, and we're going to make them look so beautiful. And we are going to now decorate our potato salad. Now, y'all. So now here comes the black people method. Y'all ready? Let's go. Everybody, this is I'm gonna hold it up. I'm trying to let y'all be able to see it real good first before let me do this first. I do apologize. I eat with my eyes. I don't want to see no food around the corners. Like, I don't want to see my food. I don't want to see that. So this is how, I clean I can't stand it. I can't stand sloppy looking food don't bring no sloppy food to me, because I'm not going to want it. And so what I'm doing here, cleaning up the sides of it, even though I cooked it, I still don't want to see no sloppy dang food. And there it is. Voila. Keto potato salad. Try this recipe and let me know what you think. And stay tuned. Please like and subscribe. Share this video so that so other people can learn these recipes. I'm going to show y'all some amazing. The funny thing is, I'm going to tell y'all this real quick. Keto started not accidentally. Actually, it did. It started accidentally. But let me tell you, why I ended up doing keto? It's because I got tired of the pain that was in my body. I got tired of the pain from the fibroid, and I was trying to find ways to shrink the fibroid and get rid of the fibroid so I wouldn't need surgery. And so I started doing keto. How I started doing keto is because I found out that sugar feeds fibroids, and guess what? Carbs turn to sugar. So that's how I started doing keto. So stay tuned. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, just thank you for being in my home with me today.